Mobile Legends!
The enemy is there.
I will choose my own
Your team
path.
is banning.
$3,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
May the blood of my enemies
enemy
flow
is
from
there.
my spear.
I am he, and always will be, no matter what.
The ocean is not just our home. It is who we are.
Kill all at
The
once.
enemy is picking.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream.
Test. Alpha is
Your
online.
team is picking.
I'm bound by nothing, be it family or destiny.
No one can escape my iron
The enemy
fist.
is picking.
Come and join me in my dream world.
I am vengeance
Your team
incarnate.
is picking.
You got a good taste.
Mighty oaks from
The
little
enemy is
acorns
picking.
grow. I, Minotaur, will finish off what is left undone.
It's back.
Your team is picking.
Ready? Go!
Let's go, everybody! Welcome to the stream!
The past is gone. Now's the future.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
For thousands of years, I've searched in vain for the ancient ones. Seeds of hope are all over this land. Time teaches you things you can't learn from the books.
First blood! Enemy has been slain!
Green leaves may fade, but wisdom is evergreen. In death, I shall be reborn.
The past is gone. Now is the
Pride usually comes before the fall. The abyss may corrode our land, but not our iron will.
Now is the future.
Attack the turtle! An enemy has been slain! Initiate retreat!
The abyss may corrode our land, but not our iron.
An ally has been slain.
Time teaches you things you can't learn from the book.
Killing spree! Shut down! Clear up lanes. An enemy has been slain. Request backup. Initiate retreat.
Seeds of hope are all over this land.
Clear up lanes.
Kids, pride usually comes.
I wanna lose all control tonight. When I see you across the room, I turn into another guy. I've never known the words to say to you, but I just know you feel the same. I can see it in your eyes. It's fake and we know that the stars have aligned. Well, it's me and you.
Destroy the turret.
Wait for another night. I love myself around you. I can
Request backup. Understood.
feeling something good, Savvy.
Request backup.
You could be my paradise. I could be your kryptonite. I know talk is cheap, but we could fall in love.
Mega kill. Launch attack. Our turret is under attack. Launch attack. An ally has slain the turtle. Clear up lane.
Let's break through, can't wait for another night.
Break is happening, man.
I just know you feel the same. I can see it in your eyes. I love myself around you. I can barely breathe. I know that you're feeling something good. Obvious to me. You could be my paradise. I could be your kryptonite. I know talk is cheap, but we could fall in love. You never know.
Green leaves may fade, but wisdom is evergreen.
Initiate retreat. Enemy has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Ally has been slain.
In death, I shall be.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
What's up, Shin-chan?
Pride usually comes before the fall.
Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Our turret is under attack. Request backup. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack.
Defeat. Please ban a hero.
Kill all at
The enemy
once.
is banning.
Three 3,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
Your team
The
is banning.
strongest ninja has arrived.
My magic flows as freely as the winds.
No one can escape my
The
iron
enemy
fist.
is banning.
May the blood of my
Your
enemies
team
flow
is
from my
banning.
spear.
I am
The enemy
he,
is
and always will be, no matter what.
I hope they're stronger than me.
I love the smell of gunpowder in the morning.
Trust. Alpha is online.
Sanjo.
The enemy is picking.
Ready, go!
Feed, destroy,
Your team is
and
picking.
conquer.
The night sky tells all.
The enemy is picking.
Saber. All unforgivable.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! Launch attack! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! Launch attack!
Understood.
Saber. A clumsy work in progress. I am not human, but something more. Motion synchronization complete. Beta. Initiate tracking sequence. Motion.
First blood.
Log. Uploaded. Time to upgrade the system. I fight where I am told.
Enemy has been slain.
Heart of steel and code.
Enemy has been slain.
Execution. A heart of steel and cold. Absolute loyalty to the Creator. I am not human, but something more. By a heart of steel and code.
Enemy has been slain.
No other way than the Alpha's
Ally
way.
has been slain. Enemy double kill.
Pitiful half-back. Saber. A clumsy work in progress. I fight where I am told.
Attack the turtle.
Trapped by no flesh or blood. Pitiful. I am the true model number one.
Hi, Krisa. How are you?
Absolute loyalty to the Creator. I am the true model number one. I am not healing, but something more.
Rain hot. It's raining here. It's humid.
Pitiful half-back. Execution at its finest.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Target locked. Beta on the way.
Clear up lanes.
Trapped by no flesh or blood.
You destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
I am the true
You destroyed a turret.
Beta. Initiate tracking sequence. Recharge.
Our turret has been destroyed. You destroyed a turret.
Motion
Legend 2.
Execution at its finest.
Our turret is under attack.
I fight where I am told.
Our turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
I am the true modern #1. What are you to me, Beta? Initiate tracking sequence. Work in progress.
An ally has slain Lord. Launch initiate retreat.
Time to upgrade the system.
Initiate launch attack. Launch attack. Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Target locked. Data on the way.
This is the
Beta.
request backup.
Tracking
Understood.
sequence.
Understood.
I'm a Legend 2, still stuck on Legend 2, yeah.
Initiate retreat. Launch attack.
My heart of steel.
Killing spree. Initiate retreat. Shut down. Enemy double kill.
Execution.
Our
at its
turret is
finest.
under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
pitiful half-man. I fight where I am.
Initiate retreat. Inhibitor turret is under attack.
Target locked. Beta
Enemy
on
attacking
the
the
way.
board.
Game.
Enemy attacking the Lord. Enemy attacking the Lord.
Slain an enemy.
Trapped. I know flesh or blood. No other way than the alpha
Initiate
way.
retreat. Ally has been slain. Our base is under attack. Under attack.
Defeat.
But they weren't sure how Echo was going to approach it, and the way they approached it, I gotta say, they staggered the damage as well as the crowd control very, very well, making sure that, okay, we focus one, and then the other, and then the other. We make sure whoever has the potential to outplay this won't have the time to do it.
That's why they split things up, right? They made things a little bit too messy for Todak in all these team fights, and all these, I wouldn't even say team fights because they're not 5v5ing. It's more as skirmishes for the moment. Now 8,000 gold leads. Benny Beauty has a prolific roar.
He goes in again, just like that. Echo showing what this 8K, 9K deficit does. They take down rival, and not a single move of retaliation coming in from Todak. Chiku falls as well. There's the punish. Going down, Sanford falls, but now they're inside the base. Echo are threatening a penetration, mid lane, top lane. Benny committing Grand Theft Orange.
Right now, honestly, Momo, he can't take a lot of damage. We got to look at his itemization after this. How much defense does he really have? Because, honestly, going up against Benny Cutie has like 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, the Malefic Roar could be the final call because here, again, Momo has not completed an item just yet. Aside from his damage item, the Hunter Strike, I kind of feel like he's going for the Dominance Eyes. He got to complete that very, very quick.
I don't think he can, right? I mean, Wanwan's already on the Malefic Roar anyway, so That's just already penetration. It's like you're 2 steps ahead, basically, of your enemy at the moment.
Not to mention Moon and Yumes, who are also struggling to build items. Heavy Spin catches rival, changes pin code, changes zip code. On the way out, Cutie takes the skies, keeping Moon alive, but just a little bit more. Momo sacrifices himself to quell this push, but only for a little while longer. There's a wave
Echo will surely win, man.
Echo's gonna push in. Mid, gonna be next up on the docket. Todak knows that this is dangerous.
They got to figure out a way, man. You got to lock down Sanford one way or the other. I got to say, this game much different just because this time it's not Humes getting caught out. It's Momo, and Momo, without the defense, he can't do much as the Black Dragon.
10,000 gold lead. Sorry, I'm thinking about this. This is looking insane as the real world manipulation gets opened up again here.
Here comes the aggressor. Sanji uses his IMU to help open up that push. No inhibitors left, no more turrets left for Todak. It's a bare base.
That's the thing, right? Because as I was thinking about it, Yumes has the real world manipulation. I feel like that's an edge that Todak has over Echo, but Echo has the Valentina. So even if you think Todak has the high ground, Sanji can just go for the exact same thing, and whatever Todak has in advantage to Echo gets taken away.
Dominance Ice built onto Momo. Sure, the fact that Cutie has the military roar kind of nullifies that, but the thing is, the effect from the Dominance Ice at least can slow down the attack speed even for just a little bit. It is going to help out. For now, Echo definitely in the lead, but again, Toda, they've seen this happen before. Now Golden Staff on the Cutie, this is very dangerous. 7-0 and 4 for now. Moon, if he can get a good catch, that's amazing. Because if he can do that, then maybe there's a chance.
So is Moon looking to get Cutie? That's a lot of gold.
Honestly, Cutie or Sanford, either, it's fine.
How do you do that as a Kadita though, right? Because usually Kadita...
Get lucky.
Flanks. I was going to say flanks.
Alright.
Lucky works too.
I prefer to be lucky than good.
Okay, we'll see.
It's all about timing now as Echo marches on in. Lord comes through. Yaoi catches an ult. Nothing else that we have coming in from Yumes. Moon falls. That's a Black Dragon dancing around, but Momo lands and gets taken down just as quickly. They're clearing the waves. Two guys taken out right outside their base. And now Yaoi's going to fall here. Rival gets a kill, but then it's a wipeout.
Let's go.
Echo are sitting at match point.
The Orca strike back here in the third game of the series, taking away the momentum that Todak have tried so hard to build for themselves.
Who won? Oh, okay.
Apparently they're like, yeah, we can handle the Claw. We just need a lot.
I want to see that.
And look at the difference. 11,000 compared to 10,000 at this point of the game. It kind of doesn't matter that much.
Everyone wants to get the kill. Carlisi's still at large.
No way.
And the goat gets away.
What? You received that much damage, that many resources have been just elected towards you, and you still get out of life.
That's tilting.
How are we feeling about
that's
this?
tilting. You know, that's one of those things where it's like, I try my best, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
And that's going to convert into more space for Echo here. Going into the turtle. A tenth of its health. Count easy. Misses it. Rival scores 1. Not enough, though, for them to breathe. Watch out. Moon in the middle of 4 members trying to get a kill. No dice. Sanji gets one. A kick. Once more on the Yumes. Down goes the Minotaur. It's a double kill for the young Sanji.
Oh, Chico.
He's still going. Blazing duel. Just clearing the way. BMI on out. Caught by Sanford and Carl Easy in the back line. There's a wild charge. Chico didn't know what hit him. And he goes down. Momo does get a shutdown on Sanji. Can he get away? That's 4 mad orcas on his tail. Rival here. Waiting in the bush. Momo dashing on through. There's 2 members on each side. Carlisi with the headbutt coming in. And another heavy spin. Pops the vengeance. Not going to be enough. Sanford gets the kill. Rival very low. Here comes Humes. Motivational roar up. Despair stomp. Quelling Echo's aggression.
Now that was a roller coaster ride in terms of emotions, right? Just when you think that Todak is going to get something above Echo, they instantly trade back for Moon.
Black Shoe's not going to save him, put him still in a very bad spot. And Yaoi pointing out exactly where Moon fell.
Honestly, at this point, it does look bad, but at least this is more of a Toda style. They're kind of like, you know what, I don't
Like
care
the stream,
anymore. I might as
guys.
well go 10 and 0. I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to do. And what Moon tried to do was get the mid just now. Sanford very low, but how are you gonna escape this man?
Chico, guys, goes underneath the turret. Take me! Sanji gets one, and Sanford played it to a T.
Okay, where is Chiku? 0 to 1.
Sorry.
Does he have the golden staff already?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Why not?
So technically he's reached that power spike, so maybe that's why he's being a little bit more aggressive. But if he keeps trading things like that, realizing that Todak just really desperately needs the damage coming out from him, is it wise to be this Langar?
No, honestly, it's fine, because if you want to die, you want to die now. I mean, you don't want to, but if you have to, you die now, because the respawn timers aren't that long.
Bad.
So, yeah, but coming like 16, 17, 18, 19 minutes is going to be really bad. So if you're going to sacrifice your own life for an objective, now's the time.
Oh, you can see now Chiku's going to go for that play. He's trying to imitate that, right? That's why he picked up Claude.
It's the only play that he has right now, the only option that Echo has allowed. A quick Lord take here, not wasting any time. Echo is painting the map red. But this is some room to breathe for Todak, right? They got a mid lane tier 1. Chico just worked on that top lane, and there's some parts of the farm that even Rival is giving over. Oh wait, there's a fight in mid. They kick up the beef once more. The playmaker flying to one. Then Cutie looking to take the skies. And there's a black.
What's up, man?
For Moon, surviving for just a little bit more. But Sanji makes sure he does it. Here comes Momo. Does get the kill. Popping that vengeance. But Sanji gets 2K. Oh Lord, you get nothing, good sir.
Yeah, but all the while, right, Chico trying to get anything that he can, right? He's focusing in that top line lane. He's trying to push in those turrets. He's trying to look for any trades on the map that he can for Todak, trying to replicate perhaps what they did before. I don't know about this though.
What Echo is doing is very straightforward.
Miss Han,
Just shut
I have to
down
wait tomorrow, okay, not today.
and then after
The
that,
can't get it's 293 only diamonds. I still need 10 more. 7 more, I mean.
Akai locked down. Same thing over and over again. Rinse and repeat. I kind of feel like later in the highlights, you could just take all of that highlights and it will be enough time for you to, have the enough KPI for Moonton. It's like, yeah, that's a very long highlight.
It's tough right now. 10 minutes in, 6,000, almost 7,000 gold lead here, and it looks like Echo's looking for more. They're gonna get some damage there in the top lane, and once again, the Yve, right? Sanji built Yve in a very, very offensive manner. He just completed the Divine Glaive, more penetration. Does Todak have the items to defend against that? Because, Yve's damage, you don't necessarily feel it. Suddenly you're just like at 1 HP and then you're dead.
No, honestly, at this point, the Eve hurts quite a lot. So it's going to be hard because you want to bait it out, but the way that Echo plays, they're not letting you bait. They're just going to go for it. They see Humes, they're going to kick Humes, they're going to spin to win, and then they're just going to get a kill. So in terms of can they survive, they can survive minion pushes. They have a lot of wave clear. In terms of damage, not so much. Not so much.
And that's what's making Echo's approach here all the more scary, because at any time they can come in, right? They have such great range. There's a flicker kick, there's the RWM, there's the flicker wild charge, and I guess that's what's allowing Todak here to breathe a little bit more. But again, it's the threat of activation. At any time, Echo can pull the trigger and say, you know what, we want this tier 2 in mid, we fight now. And that's not a good idea, given how outgunned they are, 7K ahead.
And the crazy thing is, right, coming back into even their lineup, Moon, Lilia was supposed to be their safe pick, but look at the stats, right? 0-3-0, so not much of the impression or just the effects that you wanted the Moon, that you wanted the Lilia to have. 0 participation.
Like I said, the Lilia is very dangerous going up against like a Farsa or an Eve because you outrange, and the Lilia has very, very low HP. Now Sanford as well as Yaoi looking at Rival frontlining for the team. You guys managing to take the orange buff. Momo, can you flank? Can you get damage? It looks like Toda didn't want to go for this. Yaoi
gets away of the dragon right on Arrival. Answers back with a heavy spin. Look at Chico, guys. They first take down Sanji. All 5 members of Toda still on the map. Here's the Langar coming through. Chico, guys, still barreling away. Watch Arrival. He still has retribution. They push Echo out of their territory. Lord is more of a 50-50 now. Look at the playmaker, Yaoi, popping his immortality. Can they get it? Not enough firepower in the back lines. Benny Cutie looking to get a kill over on the Chico guys. It's a wash. No one goes down unless Momo has different thoughts. Sanford very low. Benny Cutie takes to the skies. Bagyo arrives, but no! Chico guys grabs back off the back of a Minoan Fury. But they trade. Sanford falls 2 for 1. The current economy coming in. 3K, the Golden Echo. They shrank it for the first time. Todak in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the Swordfishes are angry here in the 13th minute of the game here in the second game. It looks like they're trying to go for more. They're trying to zone Crowdfeezy out because, you know, Rival wants this.
Sanji with the RWM. Crowdfeezy very low. Lord as well, a fifth of his health. Momo still alive, but now he finishes him off. Crowdfeezy with a heavy spin. He wants to reset this Lord very, very much, but Rival scores it. Rival scores it. They take down the GOAT. Luminous Lord over to the Malaysian champions.
Right now looking very good. Toda, they played it as best as they can. Right now, Echo only having 1.7k goal lead. And the whole play, Chico guys as well as Momo, they flanked because Toda got a lot of vision. They basically saw everyone there. Momo got a very good pickup, and then Chico guys goes in, provides the additional damage. And this is what happens when Chico guys starts having the items. And look at the difference. 11,000 compared to 10,000 at this point of the game. It kind of doesn't matter that much, but again, this does show even if he does get pressure, he'll find ways to farm.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, right? Because even before, when Benny Cutie was leading in terms of that gold, honestly, Chico wasn't far off. He was only behind like 100 or 200, even in a bad scenario, bad decision. But right now here, the Lord is going to push in the top lane. All resources are up, except Yums. He doesn't have that flicker.
Right now, honestly, thought he want to go in, but he got to be very, very careful. Yaoi
looking for a kick, finds one, but he's very low himself. Arguing the answer from Sanji, Minoan Fury, quelling the aggression, the punish, and Benny Cutie takes the skies. Yum's still alive. Benny Cutie might get punished here. There's the knockup. Not enough damage. Caught easy. Takes down Yum. Moon falls as well. Look at me. Chico guys wants to penetrate. They heavy spin, push and rival underneath the tier 3 turret. That's double kill. 440.
Yeah, but again, Chico guys was able to take like, hold on, 1, 2, 3. 3 turrets, 4 turrets there, honestly. So right now, Toda is still in a pretty okay spot, but that was a very bad engage because honestly, Yums can't frontline now. The front line has to be Rival. Rival has to be in front. He has to soak up a lot, and then the rest has to fall back. Right now, Chico guys, it does not have to purify. He has to be careful.
No.
Very low. Chico guys bursted. Oh, forced the BMI on out. Got that burning sensation on him off of Sanji's G-dubs. And now, all of the map is looking red once more. Echo claps back.
This is what I'm talking about, right? Every moment we see that Todak is getting ahead, gets the better trade, somehow it's always Echo just fighting back, punching back, and we can even see this in the instant replay.
Yeah, looking at this situation, Rival is in a pretty good situation for him to do a lot for the team. But Moon, he just doesn't have enough space because the Lilia works the best when Lilia is not touched. In this situation, everyone wants to touch the Lilia.
You know, I can argue that a little bit, right? Because Lilia, sure, she has lower HP than the rest. She's bad with range. But the two things that she has, one is really good fast clear. Unfortunately, we did not see that in that early stage of the game. It felt like Sanji was still winning that 1v1. But the second thing is vision. You talked about vision in that previous team fight where Todak was able to get a little bit of an advantage. And the fact is, Moon's skill too can open those bushes and prevent Yaoi from going in for, you know, just, what do you call it when you go from the back?
Make sure the good flank.
Yeah, just go for a good flank.
Flank is also part of the steal.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. But now, speaking of nice, Lord has been started for members of Toda have already shown their faces. Yaoi still invisible to the team. I kind of feel like looking at Sanford is probably the one we got to pay attention to.
It's the Y bush that Yaoi is calling home for now. The only one hidden as well is Yums. And he is now in the presence of Echo. Lord here at a fourth of his health. Sanford, clean footsies, count easy. Rival, watch the retribution. It's Sanford who scores it. What's going on? Heavy spin by Count Easy. Use to disengage. That's 4 members crashing down on the goat. They're answering over. Sanji is going to be next. Count Easy falls. Momo gets punished. Benny Cutie gets 1. Sanji survives. Look at Rival. Benny Cutie and Sanford backing out.
All right, 1-for-1 trade, Momo for Carl Teasy, but Echo gets the Lord.
Sometimes it feels bad to be, you know, correct because somehow I kind of felt that Sanford was the one going to make the play and he made the play. He got the Lord. Now the Lord is there. Kind of feel like Todak can clear it up. And if we're looking in the map, Chiku is trying his very best to stay away from his team.
Yeah.
You guys can go 4v5, right? I mean, you guys will be fine.
They could actually do this, right? But the problem is Carl TZ hasn't spawned yet. So as he spawns, he should meet Chiku there in that base. And you can see that Sanford is trying to buy time for Carl TZ with the wall placements that he's doing.
Yep, RWM set up by Sanji. That's the Luminous Lord crashing on. You know, barrel away at this inhibitor down bottom, and Yums gets trampled on through. Momo gets his ult off though, taking down Sanji. 1-for-1 trade so far. Look at Rival.
Oh my god.
He's clearing. Can he though?
Can
That's the battle. Rival goes down. 2-for-1 so far. Benny Cutie does not have his ult, but he takes down Moon underneath the base just the same. Now Yaoi gets sent back home as well.
Oh
He gets immortality pop. And now it's a 2v1. Chico guys showing some dominance up top.
Yeah, he doesn't have minions though, right? Carl TZ running straight for it, trying to buy some time here. But is this possible? Can he do it?
It's going to be very difficult because everyone else
Oh my god, bottom side!
Oh no!
Watch the base. Watch the base. It's just Chico guys left.
Oh my god!
Oh
The
no,
back
not
door
like
of all
this.
back doors.
Not like this.
The minions do take down
my
Sanford.
God. Like this.
Benny Cutie, of course he does. From Manila to Jakarta.
Come on, you!
To Panapen. Not here, says Todak. Not today.
Sheesh!
One more. Shut down.
Oh
Sheesh!
my god, ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. Todak, Chiku, they go in for that backdoor play. Echo trades it back, almost gets it. But Benny QT gets just wiped out by Yums. Yums saved that game.
Okay, this is one of the closer knockout fights
Look
we've
at
had
the
so
wind
far.
suckers.
And now, let's see. Sanford is going to come up. Benny is going to come up as well. Is Tora going to force this?
Oh,
Are they
no.
really going to force this? No. Chiku guys is far away. If they went in, maybe, but no. They want the Lord.
14 seconds though on Benny. That was
Very
a
close.
close call for Echo.
That was a close call for Tora.
LaFell is
For
awake.
both.
LaFell is awake.
Oh, dude.
And look
back.
at just like, there's literally no goal difference right now. Things have just leveled out, but
Wait.
with the way that they
No,
set
Todak
up,
got this, Todak got
Todak has the better setup right now.
Yep.
I got this.
We're going for the blitz. They are on the scene at first. Rival already
Oh, yeah, we're
spends
coming.
the appraiser's wrath. Here comes the
No,
heavy
no.
spin. Carl DJ gets knocked out, knocking them all out of the pit. And who got it? Chico guys knocks out Carl DJ. Chico guys scores! Down goes Sanford as well. Momo pops the vengeance. Sanji falls. It's just Yaoi left. The playmaker. The lone survivor.
No way. One versus all here. Leo, LaFell.
They can end this, they can end this.
This could be it for the Orcas. This could be a 1-for-1.
This is difficult. Acho is not meant to defend this way. He gets popped. It's a wipeout. Todak evens the score. 1-1.
Wow.
Let's go. Not a 3-0.
Finally.
99%.
In the knockout stage, we see a bit of a fight from... That's just already penetration. It's like you're 2 steps ahead, basically, of your...
Curse, let's curse it to make it to a 2-2, right?
Can I say something real quick?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
LaFell,
Yes.
come on.
Okay,
I've
okay.
been
No,
so
no, no.
kind to
Yeah,
you
please,
today.
please, please. You know what? Yes,
What is this?
You're the kindest to me,
Animosity,
actually. You're the
man.
kindest, actually.
Thank
you know what?
you.
Unwarranted.
I am.
Please stop.
The Farsa, but Farsa and Beatrix both suffer from Yuzhong.
Yeah. Can I just say mid is so tight right now? Like mid is,
I agree.
I don't want to say worst, but it's the worst lane to be right now. Like answers and threats.
Novaria is still open if you want to try
Oh,
that.
right.
I don't think he has enough damage because you have to make sure your second skill actually hits.
It's an anti-synergy with everything else
yeah,
so
that's
far.
true. That's true.
It's too
Luna?
much. Very slow though.
Very slow. I'm thinking if somewhere along the lines of a Kagura even. If this will be an assassin pickup for Echo, which I think it will not be the case because they already have the Fredrin and they use on anyways. That could be the case.
I don't know. Honestly, if you want to go for more just like less vulnerable type of mid laners, Lilia again is something that maybe Todak would want to go for.
It's going to be very dangerous because, again, I agree with Leo. I play mid as well. Not a lot of very good picks with what I already have.
What if Echo picks up the Melissa so they kind of force the Farsa on Todak, and then when it's a Farsa Beatrix, it's very bad for their squad.
Yep. So from you just choose a lesser evil, but it's still pretty bad.
Still pretty bad against Yu Zhang. And of course the Valentina.
It's not just a normal Yuzong. It's Sanford Yuzong.
I've been
It's SFYZ. I mean,
Yeah,
every
you're
time
right.
I say everything, right?
You're right.
Pretty sure Sanford's one word.
Okay. There's the carry. Is there a world where you go Hayabusa if you're Todak?
I think it's very hard just because of the Yuzong and Frederick. It's very hard.
Okay. So you really put this Akai on the jungle role.
Yeah, we're looking at the jungler.
Okay. That means you need a
mid laner.
Farsa, the Kagura. I feel like the Kagura is...
Moon has a Kagura.
Yeah, he can play a Kagura. He can play Kagura. Again, I'm thinking Lunox, but again, it's very dangerous as well.
Not possible for a Faramis pick.
Esmeralda Oh, you're right. You're right, actually.
Faramis is actually
Lapu is also open for Todak.
Faramis Lapu.
Lapu Kagura, maybe? Novaria.
Alright,
Wait, Natalia? Is this Natalia instant pick for Echo?
Yawi, Natalia Yawi!
Natalia Yawi?
He's gonna do it.
Dude, don't. Come on, man.
Or maybe an assassin.
Give us a chance, man. Come on.
You know, like, honestly, looking at Echo right now, they already kind of have an answer to the Novaria anyway, right? The Yuzong.
There's so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Natalia.
They wouldn't mind stealing Astral Echo
Wait,
either.
is Cho open?
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
They can go the boring route with the Cho.
Oh, it's boring.
It's
I mean,
boring
you
now.
want to win, right?
Yeah.
You want to win, so...
And it's match point.
And it's match point.
There you go.
Okay.
Boring. Not kidding. This is definitely a stuff for legend. So the classic combo was the Kaja plus the carry. This time it's one of the other classic ones, which is the Kaja plus the Beatrix. The way for you to kind of replicate that, it's either you go Valentina or the Cho with the Way of the Dragon, or maybe the Valentina copying the Divine Judgment. Clearly, Echo is really planned for this carry to be good and to deliver the kills to them. That is going to be the draft for potentially the last game of this series. But of course, Todak will not let that happen just easily. So, Eterna, why don't you take us to game number 4?
All right. And you know, on top of your point, there's also the Novaria and the Beatrix combo, right? So there's a lot of just combos, these sets that are coming out from Todak. They're going to be able to win it when it comes down to those pickoffs, but it could be a different story when it comes down to those team fights. And with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, potentially it could be the last game of the series if Todak can't force us out from the Orcas. And with that, let's begin game number 4 between both Todak as well as Echo.
Right now, I'm looking at my heart rate, and it's pretty high. Speaking of which, right now, looking at the situation, we got to see how Humes as well as Moon is going to play this out, because there's always that potential of Novaria stealing away the buff very early on.
Yep, there's a lot that the Novaria puts on the table. It's just a matter of timing, and if Todak's communications are on point, especially now that their backs are against the wall.
True. And that actually is going to be applied in all these 3 lanes as well, right? So far, how is this Yuzong and the Lapu Lapu matchup going to look like?
Well, it looks like Momo is going to take a lot of damage, so I don't know how to follow up on that conversation now.
I mean, it changes at level 4, no?
Yes, definitely.
But, yeah, that's because Sanford used his full combo.
Yeah.
His level 2 combo.
Dude, again, that's pretty hard. Betty Cutie breaks the GPM high score again with 947 gold per minute last game. Rival is here to help out Momo. And now, again, so far, it looks like a lot of attention has to be given over to Momo. Momo needs the babysit for just a little bit. Sanford showing Momo not a good time.
And that's the question, right? Because right now, it's very different. When we saw those 2 lanes, it's usually in favor of Echo, but this time Todak does have a winning lane, which is in the gold lane. Do you think they're able to play around that, play around Chiku?
Honestly, I kind of feel like this is also a false sense of security, but because the moment Chiku tries to go for that trade, all of a sudden Yaoi is there. So even if you're winning the lane, you could end up losing just because all of a sudden Yaoi's a thing.
So it really depends on where Yaoi is situated on
Exactly.
the map, right? Okay, but so far he's in mid. He hasn't really focused on the gold lane just yet. You can see that Echo, they're trying to play with their winning lanes. And here we go. So much action here in the bottom side, or what is going to be a lot of action in the bottom side. But actually, no. Yo.
It's a lot of action from Echo, and Todak understood that, you know what, they have such a great advantage in early. Let's just give him the turtle. Clean take for Echo.
Sanford, man, this is the Sanford effect. The fact that once he opens the Black Dragon form, everyone's like, you know what, I don't want to mess with this. The guy is kind of strong on this hero, so we're not going to do much. For now, Chiku guys is able to win out just a little bit. But again, Yumes and Yaoi. So both roamers have roughly the same idea, but Sanji is there. He could provide the backup that could change the tide. So looks like Toda, they're not going to go for it.
What are they going to go for here, right? There's not really any objectives on the map, but...
Look at the sandwich play. There's a kick on the Yumes, the first to fall. Echo draws first blood.
800 gold lead already here in the first 3 minutes of the game. And before the first turtle, right, everyone wanted to go to that level, that EXP, right, to get that level, to get that level 4, because both of these roamers are reliant on that. So far, there is a pick on to Todak, but what else can they utilize? Because like I mentioned before, there's not many objectives on the board just yet. Do they want to focus on pressuring the gold lane?
Honestly, at this point, I'm just looking at Yumes because Yumes so far has been quite a bit. Rival trying to set something up for his team, but could be very, very dangerous here now. Retribution used onto Rival as well. So far, this is a lot of nothing team fights. But Momo going up against Sanford, almost winning that 1v1.
All right, so it looks like Momo, as you mentioned, Eterna, that dynamic should change once Momo hits level 4. So I think it's closer to 50-50. And yeah, I have to note as well, the relative absence of both teams in the XP lane. If it's all about gold, then they've both decided, yeah, this is a gentleman's agreement, we're not going to XP.
Yeah, I kind of feel like at this point, for both teams, they're like going mano-a-mano. Yumes against Yaoi, Sanji against Moon. Because I kind of feel like every single time they're targeting, they're targeting their counterpart. Because again, even from game number 1, Yaoi, who are you catching?
Yeah.
Yumes. Everyone's just like, yo, let's do 1v1, 5 different places.
And Yume's back on Yaoi as well. So there's a little bit of beef there, but here we go.
40 going in deep up top. Yumes gets the pull on the Benny. Rival with the heavy spin, gonna pin down Sanford. Momo gets the kill. Yumes though goes down, taken out by Benny Cutie. That fight's still happening up top, but down here near the orange buff, Rival falls. Carl Teasy got his eyes on the orange buff, gonna steal it away.
2-for-1 trade, nearly 3. Oh, it could be 3 right now. Are they going to go for it?
Gets taken down. Benny goes deep behind enemy territory. And all this while, by the way, it was started off by Echo taking second turtle.
Again, I gotta say, that was a very risky play going for those minions. But again, this is kind of like the Toda playstyle. It's like, yeah, I die. It's okay. I don't look at KDAs that much. And now, Rival and Carl Teasy again. Mano-a-mano up top. Yumes gets caught again by Yaoi.
Who's the orange? The purple go to, all right, so at least Rival got his purple. That's not so bad. But given these movements in the jungle, that gold lane got popped wide open. Tier 1 goes down.
And that's not great, right? Because now, what we thought was a weak lane, what we thought Benny Cutie was playing weak side, he's been fed 3 kills already in the first 5 minutes of the game, and he already has his first item on the way to the second. Meanwhile, Beatrix still stuck at that.
I mean, ultra late game, Beatrix should have the advantage just because you have a lot of range as long as you can handle both Sanford as well as Yaoi. Now, concealed play, Yumes. Will he go for Sanford right now? Sanford wants to fight back. He sees Chico guys, he sees Moon, he wants Moon.
That's the full combo set in by Sanford. Black Dragon form straight into 4. Let's see, Rival playing footsies. Astral Echo set out. Sanji catches that bolt. And now Yumes, the only one left forward. Divine Judgment. In comes Chico. Looking for more. Not enough damage. Carl Teasy, the middle of 3. In comes the headbutt from Rival. No dice. But look at mid. Oh, all this time. Echo's by time. Benny gets a push.
A little bit of miscom, I think, there because Yumes wanting for the cash, but I kind of feel like Chico guys, he did not have his ult ready. If he did, I kind of feel like that was a kill. The basic attacks, not enough just yet because Chico guys just has the Blade of Despair, which is great, but kind of great when you're using your ult. Basic attack for right now, with the deficit that you have, not great. 3.6k, 3.7k. Chico guys just needs a little bit more.
He needs a little bit more. His team needs to buy him a little bit more time, but that's the problem. Do they have enough time? Echo are playing the map exquisitely, right? Already getting that top tower as well with just how they were able to manipulate those side waves. Even in the mid, right? It seemed like Todak were hyper-focusing on the bottom lane, looking for that pick, like you mentioned before, but that actually just gave Echo the room and the space to go for another objective on the board.
Right now, look at Echo. They're clumped up together. Uh-oh. Moon giving just a little bit of vision, so they roughly understand that it's not a 1v1. Right now, there's 3 members there. Fredrin has to get his buff. Humes, do you want to catch Yawi? Do you feel that vengeful?
The 4v4 just waiting to happen. Feel the
Fredrin.
tension. Rival spots Yawi. Heavy spin, forcing out a flicker. In comes Sanford. Watch Carlthese. Getting those stacks in. Forcing out a flicker away from Kiku guys. Humes already popped the conceal. No dice. Rival headbutts in. Spent his ult already. That's a false engage. And now look, it's Momo off camera. Up top taking a tier 1.
Right now, looks like they're just trying to split. They're trying to find Humes. Humes able to dodge out of that. Humes still has his Divine Judgment. And again, for now, it looks like both teams are trying to see who has the better trigger finger.
Okay, now in that trade, definitely worth it for Todak, right? Wait. Flicker?
Dude,
okay.
If that was me, I'll flicker
You'd
out.
flicker out too.
Yeah,
All right,
I'll
all right.
flicker out because that was so scary.
All right, understandable flicker, but in that trade, I feel like Todak, they're finally trading back. They're finally pushing the punches back again, right? Because if Echo was able to get perhaps a pick at least onto one member in the bottom side, then it could be a worth it trade for them. But they weren't able to. Todak, they're trying to outsmart Echo at this point.
Yep, anything on the map is actually something Todak would like to get their hands on in the least amount of cost, right? So if Humes has to die, so be it. If Momo has to die, sure, but he hasn't yet. Rival, sure. So this is fine. I think Todak's map isn't very small as compared to what the gold lead might show. And I think Moon's Astral Echo is helping now. Lord started up at half health. Humes with that angle, going for the flank, spotted by Carlthese. No one home away. Benny Cutie versus Momo, forcing out a bravest fighter. Forward flicker by the storm. And Sanji with a heavy spin on Rival. Still yet to use his OG heavy spin. There's a knock up. Chico Guys falls. 40 finds him. Humes falls as well. 2K for the Apex Predator. And now Echo on full swing. The aggression finds Moon. Way of the dragon. Here's Rival trying to solve a losing situation. And that's a wipeout at 9:43.
We saw what Toda was trying to do. They're trying to split everyone up. They're trying to get into a good position to pinch Echo in. But the moment Benny Cutie found Momo, you do not have that flank coming in from the top side. And the fact that Carlthese saw Humes on the bottom side, it made it so that that whole pincer thing, trying to box them in, it did not work out. Toda, unfortunately, Echo knew what was going to happen, and they stopped that. Prevention is better than cure.
For sure. They started that team fight already at a deficit, already at a handicap there, with the fact that he was already taken out before they went for it. And you can see Echo, once again, picking up the space here. Yawi
gets a kick, and it's on Humes. Here comes Sanji. Rival took some time to get his purple. Humes is still alive. Watch how Momo and Rival draw a line. Heavy spin set up. Yawi very low. Gets on out of here. They pop Rival. Sanji gets the kill. Toda are holding on. Lord has been taken down. Sanji with the flicker. That's 2K for him. Momo falls. Sanford with the Black Dragon form. Full on combo. Moon falls inside his base. And Echo get 3 for none.
10 minutes, 11 minutes, 10,000 gold lead. Luckily for Todak,
that was a nice push from Echo, man. That's seriously so good, man.
That mid and that bottom side.
What's up, Jay? How are you?
A lot different. Where did it all go wrong? Let's take a look.
That's a nice push, man.
Replay, unfortunately, we're not looking at the Lord fight, and here's Yawi was solo, but the fact that Rival, he tried to go in, Sanji pushed him away like the Beyblade effect happening. If it weren't for Sanji, I kind of feel like Rival was able to pin quite a lot, and Chico would have been able to deal out quite significant amount of damage. So the fact that Sanji was there, preventing Rival from making a play, that was big.
Now, another engagement. This is the right thing to do for Echo. They just push the advantage, force these engagements. They steal the orange away, and now Todak are forced to stay inside their own base.
Ooh, wow. Echo just completely dominating here in the 12th minute of game. And when we took a look at that replay, right, it was such an unfortunate Astral Sphere. It should have hit Yaoi. It was a few centimeters off in terms of that range. But later on, right, we're already 12 minutes in. Moon should be getting those items back. I'm curious to see how it looks like, because in the later stage of the game, that type of poke should be able to deter Echo's aggressiveness later on, right?
Moon needs 2 items, you guys needs 4. Going up against this composition, the fact that you guys can't deal out easy damage is quite a problem, because now Chiku guys even has a Wind of Nature, so he can survive a little bit longer going up against Sanford. Not going to survive quite well going up against Benny Cutie. Looking at the itemization here, Moon only has 2 items, which is strong, but going up against Sanji, 1, 2, 3 items here. And the fact that there's a lot of penetration coming in from the Genius Wand as well as the Arcane Boots, Chiku won't be able to do well because he has absolutely no magic resist.
Oh man, and unfortunately Yaoi as well as Carl TZ already do. So
Benny Cutie is full item, I think.
yeah, Novari needs at least penetration at this point, right? Divine Glaive or even the Genius one.
At this point, I kind of feel like, yeah, it's the Divine Glaive because Echo, their lineup is way too tanky. You got to stop Carl TZ and Sanford somehow.
I'm also wondering where Humes is right now. In this situation, 13 minutes in, 1-13, he thought of building the fleeting time first, plus a couple of baby armor items, baby sustain items. What was that? Was he thinking to go aggressive much faster than they're actually going now?
Yeah, but the thing is, he always get caught by Yaoi. Speaking of Yaoi now, he's in the front line. Sanford, Black Dragon form going in.
2 lanes pushed in, 2 lanes threatened by Echo. Lord crashing on through top lane, fully penetrated. Todak now has permanent damage on their hands. Now Echo might go ahead for mid. Mind you, some key ults have been spent.
Yeah, the thing is, I kind of feel like Echo, they're not going to be too aggressive for now unless Yaoi has anything to say about it, because Sanford, he doesn't have the Black Dragon form. Wait for that. Once it's on, then they might go for something.
Oh, they're not playing that top side?
Wait, a concealed play. They find the goat. Carl Deasy with at half health.
Oh,
now they have isolated Chico guy Sanji with a heavy spin of his own. Double kill for Sanji. Humes is already out as well. Moonfall is just Momo and Rival left. Momo gets popped. Rival inside his base. What's he thinking? What's he gonna do? Echo has no waves in mid, but they do down bottom. Yaoi's still here, living on the edge. Black Dragon form.
No.
Echo smell blood. It's just Rival against the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Echo are just waiting for these minions to move on up as they make it to the next stage.
They have not lost a single match in the group.
GG.
And they move on here in the knockout. What a
They are gonna play with Blacklist International in the next semi-final.
it means to be the world champs.
Congratulations to Dota for making it this far, but Echo is moving on. It was a very gutsy play at the end there, trying to catch someone. But again, like I said, looking at the Valentina, a lot of penetration there.
At kamaukuha nga talaga, kaso nga lang si Carl, sobrang kunat, sobrang sakit, sobrang dulas, lahat na ibigay mo sa kanya. And sasabayan pa!
He wants to meet the Filipino champions.
He misses home. I mean, he will get his wish eventually, by the way. So
some way, somehow.
He's going to meet Echo first if he wins against EVOS. Wow. And then after this, if Blacklist drops down for next splash, he's going to meet them as well.
No. There's a lot of foresight from you already, Lafel, but what I do like to take note is that Kyrie's the kind of kid that actually wants to play the best team all the time. He doesn't want to play like he wants to skip to the best part already all the time. He's not afraid to be challenged.
Enemy protagonist then.
Exactly.
Well, right now, I was thinking of, on the esports, what can they possibly show us? I mean, so far it kind of seems as though they may still be, hiding some tricks within their sleeves. They've mostly been playing more assassin, junglers kind of thing, and even a Bowman coming into the group stages. He played a lot of Fredrin when it comes down to the MPL ID, but we haven't seen him play it once in the MSC.
What about the Alpha? What about the Bane? So far, we've seen our teams being utilizing it quite well. I kind of feel like Kyrie, Alpha might be a better one just because Kyrie does seem to be the type where I see an opportunity for a kill. I kind of want to go in for the kill.
Oh, here's another look at Kyrie versus Taz in this head-to-head. Ripo, you saw how Taz played in the group stage, right? He's popping off.
Yeah.
It looked like EVOS Legends was now playing around Taz instead of playing around brands. You think that's a good direction? You think they should start now letting Taz do his thing?
Yeah, maybe because Taz is the jungler of the EVOS, so it's meaning that it's the heart of the EVOS. He's taking objectives, all of that, so Taz need to do his job.
Oh, well, came from Ripo himself. And now let's look at our predictions across the board. Just add another porcupine, right? Ripo, just put it in there?
Yeah, should be adding me. Ripo only.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, okay, looking at the table, it is full on Onyx, but again, EVOS, because there's a reasoning, right, behind this, because we're going to talk about history, because even
Who you
EVOS,
supporting now?
history, M1
Onyx or EVOS?
Against Onyx, almost seems like Onyx is the kryptonite for EVOS right now. It's same as BTR, or maybe it's just because of Repo effect, but going up against this game, this time, Taz is looking pretty good. I kind of feel like, in my heart, Taz alone is not enough. And I'm not even just talking about brands. I kind of feel like Hijime needs to step up as well, because going up against Sans, there's going to be quite a big threat that they have to handle.
Yeah, that's a long list, LaFell, and I will not.
It's the Echo that problem. Everyone's a problem at Echo.
Which I agree with you. I think Onyx has mastered this game, and particularly on how they matured as a team, that they will not go for the 50-50 play anymore. They want to really just go for the best play possible in each of the situations.
My pick so far really just boils down to the fact that EVOS Legends hasn't really been very consistent. So that is the main question for today's first game between Onyx and EVOS. How is their game going to be like? Will they be consistent?
Let's get into the draft here. Game 1 is Onyx choice. Do they want to go blue? Do they want to go red? First pick or second pick? As the draft unfolds, it looks like Onyx wants to go red side. They want to get those 2 picks. Ripo, how do you feel about the metagame right now? What's stronger, first pick or second?
For me, it's second pick, because second pick can counter first pick. So I think second pick is really good right now.
Oh, and I think that's why Onyx chose that, right? Yes. Strong side. There goes the
Hi, Mom.
and the joy. Coach Age taking that out, while Coach Yeb answers back by taking out the Lancelot and Claude. He's attacking Taz and Brands.
Hey, you know what? Full respect, but yeah, you asked about the Fanny. The Fanny has been banned, but I gotta ask Wolf here, because a lot of specialized picks, right? A lot of respect bans here being banned out. Quite a lot of the meta is open. What do you think should be prioritized?
Probably the Varya. We will go down to that round where the Varya will be the priority, but also as boring as it sounds, Fredrin is going to be there, and the Arlott, the 3 heroes that I'm looking at here. I think that there will be a trade-off between the Arlott as well as the Fredrin, but between these 2 teams, I think you pick up the Varya first.
Maybe for me, it's Kaja here.
Oh, right, Kaja is open.
Also Fallen.
Yeah, Valentina is also pretty good, especially now that the Eve has been banned out. The box doesn't exist, so in a way, if later in the pick-up bans you want to pick up the Faramis, you kind of can, as long as you have a good composition for it. But again, a lot is open. The Kaja is open, the Novaria is open, and like Wolf said, if you want to go a bit boring, even the Fredrin.
Yep.
Which I kind of feel like, nah, you got to give it Taz a carry type of hero,
yeah,
you know?
for sure. It's going to be... Alright, it's definitely the Varya. And how do you answer with this if you're Onyx? Just go for your typical place, like a Kaja. I think something along the lines of Kaja and Valentina.
Yeah.
See value in me?
It looks like they're the ones who are the boring ones.
Boring.
But can be flexed. Again, Boots can play this. Ripo, when and how do you say Fredrin's going to the XP lane?
It's really good, because the early pick we can flex. So like they already pick Fedrin, so they can flex the Fedrin. So makes the coach of the Evos like a little bit like messy. Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't know. The Fedrin will go to jungle or EXP.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if that's what Coach Yeb and Adi want to do. They do pick up the Kadira to close up their first two picks. Abstract, what are you thinking of? What's the trade?
Honestly, right now, the main thing that I'm looking at is the fact that, yes, Fredrin has been picked up. The matter of fact is, Fredrin is a very tough frontliner.
Yep.
Does Evos really want to immediately pick up a carry for themselves just so that they don't deny Onyx from taking it away?
Yep. I agree with the carry. I think it's a Brand's hero, although he hasn't really been successful with it, but it's traditionally a Brand's hero. And then you pick up something like a Farside, or sorry, a Valentina, but you already have the Novaria, so you want to keep that until the late portions.
Can we flex the Novaria though?
Yes, you can.
The
Position
roamer.
5.
Yeah.
So maybe you go Yuzhong carry here, if you're Evos.
Oh yeah, we've been talking
Or
about
Beatrix.
Yuzhong.
I think Beatrix free fight as well.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Psychots.
Wow, Psychots.
Fire of battle.
And there's a Beatrix. So, yeah, they prefer the coverage.
Oh,
but wait!
Wow.
Immediate!
Is that Boots? Is that Boots?
Yes, is that Marsha EXP?
Confirmed. Okay.
Okay, so the main idea for Onyx is they just want to have the Masha to just run right straight through everyone just for the Beatrix.
Yeah. Do you agree, Ripple? Like, you're an EXP laner. Playing the Masha against the Beatrix, how does that feel?
Yeah, really good. It's
Really good?
Great counter for Beatrix.
One hit ult.
Yeah, one hit ult.
Yep, I definitely agree. I think this is such a Yeba. You see, this is just a Raja Yeba pick.
Yeah, I spent a few minutes with him talking, and he said that in the scrims prior to MSE, they were trying a lot of heroes, and now it's showing.
Yep, and I think you're just gonna let it all out. In the first game against Eagles, they pick up the Masha. But now this is Onyx just correcting, just trying to shut down Chaz and maybe force him to pick up the assassin. Picking up this ban on the Akai might be followed up by perhaps a Martis, so that they'll definitely have this Fredrin, which we now confirm is going to be the jungler.
Right now, my only question is, now that you see the Yuzong as well as the Novaria, what kind of marksman is going to be good here going up against the Yuzong? Because I kind of feel like a lot that you still have in the pool right now might not be so good.
Ripo, when you're a Yuzhong, what's one of the harder marksmen to kill?
Need some stitches? I can help.
Maybe Kari.
Ah, Carry.
Carry's still open?
Yeah, still open. They can probably pick.
Yep.
How about Brody though? Brody being able to kind of stun and immediately get the distance away.
Yeah, but for me, Brody is a little bit hard meeting the Yuzong. Better Kari, because Kari can really dealing damage a lot.
Oh, plus, I think Carry can use the Purify. The Brody Purify is kind of like, yeah.
It's much slower.
Yeah.
Here we read into it, of course. Again, Onyx will try to corner Taz into picking an assassin, which will again also make that Masha all the more valuable.
Exactly. So you ban on Carry or Brody here if you're Evos. Of course, Carry is I'd say the more.
Yeah, I would say
Magic is my
the
love.
Harriet, of course. We can play that.
Okay, so now they try to close up here. Ripo, when you try to dive as a Yuzhong and then you see a Harith, is that hard too?
Yeah, it's hard, really hard, because he's dashing, chrono dash, so really hard.
So far, all the marksman picks are pretty much denied away for our dear friends CW, right?
Yeah.
So he's played a lot of Claude, a lot of Melissa, a lot of Beatrix, and all of which are unavailable. In fact, 1-1 even. So if we kind of look into what he has played before, more of the comfort picks per se, it kind of seems as though the only few ones that's available is, and makes sense, is Carry.
Yep. As we wait for what Chewe will pick up, Sans here, the least deaths among all the players in MSC. 3 times? Just 3 times?
Whoa,
Wait.
Okay, Valentina. So position 5, Kadita. I think there's a big chance that this will be like a Franco and maybe Franco as well as Ling as the last 2 picks for Evos.
I don't know, man. The Ling here is going to be quite risky because not a lot of good targets you want to kill instantly.
Nope.
I gotta say, even the the Hayabusa maybe not the best as well. A lot of ways to handle, especially.
Rocking that.
So you go Carry.
How do you feel about the Baksha?
Really good, because can sustain all the damage in the front line. So yeah, very good.
Okay.
Also, the enemy don't have any burst, especially if they PMM Carry.
I kind of feel like it's very good adding pressure as well because the Boxia can move around the map very, very fast. You can clear the jungle creeps. I would say relative towards a Fredrin as well. And as we expected, this is going to be a carry. And early game, I kind of feel like the Boxia will be able to handle the carry. So honestly, personally for me, guys, looking at both drafts, I'm looking at EVOS. If they can pick up the tempo, it's a pretty good game for EVOS.
I think so far EVOS has got quite a lot of lane priority, right? Even when it comes down to the middle lane, even when it comes down to the gold lane, a little bit, you know, a bit of a 50-50 despite going up against the carry. I'm expecting that Onyx will probably put a little bit more pressure down onto the bottom lane.
Right now.
Across the world, they also scream, "Go Onyx." So I'm wondering, where are all the EVOS fans? They're going to need all your support. I agree. So far, EVOS Legends draft, it's very frugal. They only really need to give farm to the Beatrix and to the Novaria, and then they can get into business. Repo, real quick, one more time. Who do you think is going to take game one?
From the draft, I think EVOS. If he keep the tempo, I think they will win this game.
All right. Draft alone doesn't speak much, but let's get into game number one here. Gentlemen.
White Tigers going up against the Yellow Porcupine. We gotta see EVOS Legends. Can they pick up the tempo? Can they punish Onyx? Let's go into game number one in this best of 5 series.
All right, to talk about tempo, this is Baxia. This is the probably one of the top ones or top 3 when it comes to controlling the tempo. You clear the lane so fast, you clear the jungle so fast, you might be able to overwhelm the Fredrin.
I thought that the real interesting thing is that EVOS Legends pretty much have lane priority for every single one of these lanes. So if they continue to really keep up with their rotations, Onyx may actually lose quite a lot of these pressure right smack in the early game.
Right now, Dreams as well. Honestly, looking at Dreams using this Diggy, I'm really interested to see what kind of roam item is going for. If it's going for the Encourage, I kind of feel like it's going to be very, very good for the team, especially if he's just making sure that he uses ult to make sure that Keyboy doesn't get a good engage.
Now, I talked about the fact that EVOS pretty much have got the priority as well as the fact that they've got more or less early game. But I don't see a lot of reliable stun, reliable lockdown, aside from the fact that Dream S does have the reverse time.
Not gonna lie, man, I kind of feel like with this kind of draft, as long as Psychots as well as Taz can have a very good setup, like they could frontline, I kind of feel like everything else will be given to them for the damage coming in from Bronze as well as Hijime.
I think the last 2 picks coming out from EVOS were very good. The Diggy can solve a lot of their problems, especially like protecting the Beatrix from the Masha. You also have the Diggy to protect the Beatrix away from this Kadita. So just a lot of like engage potential coming out from the side of Evo. So if they do play around that kind of playstyle, they can take this game.
I saw the encourage on the Diggy, so I kind of feel like in this game, honestly, if they don't want to engage, it's totally fine. They could just siege with the Beatrix alone. I agree. Now the turtle has been started by both Kyrie as well as Taz.
And Zaycon immediately grunts himself into the Black Dragon form. Taz as well. Zaycon's just waiting for the perfect time to jump eventually onto Kyrie. But unfortunately, Kyrie as well, Keyboy's HP doesn't seem to be working very well. Kyrie still managed to take the turtle away, plus a kill down onto Zaycon. Things are not looking good, as Wood immediately puts himself right in the face of Dream S. That makes Dream S go for a flicker.
I mean, that is kind of how you want to approach the fight, right? You want to make sure that the Yuzon goes in, and then Dreams making sure no crowd control can hit onto Taz. But what went wrong there?
Well, it was the go-ahead coming out from Boots. The go-ahead play that he did went in to burst down the Yuzhong, really popping the Dragon Form way too early for the benefit of the side of EVOS, and losing your main tool to initiate against your opponents meant that you don't have the necessary tools around the turtle fight. So it was a well-timed initiation coming out from Boots, and then Kyrie just took care of the turtle. And by the way, very nice retribution coming out from Kyrie.
Yeah, very nice retribution for now. Onyx with a 1,000 goal lead. Keyboy is TPing in front of Dreams as well as Rance. Taz is there, already using the retribution onto Keyboy, but able to escape for now. It looks like Rance is just going to poke a bit here on the goal lane. Quite a lot of emphasis in the goal lane here.
Doesn't really seem like a small little poke if you ask me. CW's HP doesn't seem to be looking very well. He wanted to recall, but the thing is, if he does actually recall right now, that is one entire wave that is gone for him. But at least one thing that we know of the fact is, Brance is actually is a little bit under EXP, you know, as compared to CW.
For now, looking at how Onyx is moving around the map, it looks like they're kind of, in my personal opinion, they're reacting as well to what EVOS is trying to do, because we talked about this before the game starts, Wolf, where it looks like they try to put more onto Taz, but it looks like this game, they kind of want to go back to, in a way, their own basics, where they want to put a lot of emphasis on Brands' lane.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they didn't win the first turtle fight despite having this backsha means that they really now have to focus on Taz. So Brands, I mean, so that's the win condition. And it's going to be very difficult. Sans holding on to the Diggy ultimate, this is massive for Onyx.
Yeah, super massive now, especially even if Psychots comes in, there's going to be a way to challenge that. Now the Lord is half HP. Taz thinking about resetting it, and now Keyboy goes in.
The turtle is just gonna be immediately melted down. Kyrie still takes the turtle. It seemed as though Brad could have gotten it through the Bandit's Rage, but it didn't quite go so well.
Honestly, that was quite close, because looking at the situation just now, it was timed perfectly. I think the whole communication was between Keyboy and Kyrie to be like, okay, you ready? I'm gonna go in.
You see the timing was just so good again from Onyx, especially because they have the threat of the Time's Journey coming out from the Diggy that they copied through this Valentina. And of course, Kyrie had a level advantage over Taz, and this is the reason why you want to win the first turtle all the time. If it's a tank v tank kind of a jungling matchup, you want to win the first turtle as soon as possible.
Oh, Sans is there, gonna get caught just a little bit. Looks like failed again coming in from Onyx, and Hijumi wants to try to snipe someone out. Keyboy was found out, but he was able to recall fast. Taz in the back line, just gonna be there to see the positioning coming in from Onyx.
Quite a bit of resources is actually already used by Onyx, right? Sans was forced to go for a flicker as their gank didn't quite work so well. EVOS's babysitting service from him onto Brands is working pretty darn well, but Onyx, they have their own answers, and that is to get their equal value in the bottom lane by really putting boots there.
Could have sworn that this was a massive play already coming out from EVOS, as they do take up the top lane with the aggression coming out from Taz, but it was quickly answered with just a one-man pushing machine. That's the Masha. Every time that Psychots wants to get into this lane, Boots will just freely just hand over one of his life bars and just gun down Psychots, poke him down so that he will have to go back and there will be no defense in lane, and Psychots that's really being destroyed in this lane. Not his fault, it's the Masha.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the situation now, based on the reaction, I think Kyrie was able to steal that away. And again, Boots is making sure that it's always a 4v4. Psychots, you stay here. You have to use Dog. Good for you, but you're not going to be able to use it now. Taz and Kyrie, they're both starting Lord, but Psychots goes in.
Is it going to be another time where Kyrie will be able to get a turtle? Yes, he will. Onyx only have got one thing in mind, and that is a turtle. Boots made him jump all the way in front. He still had 3 health life bars. It's not going to be a problem. Keyboy immediately gets himself a rough wave, gets himself away. Hijumi as well as Dream S holds himself behind, understanding that Seikots as well as Taz is already dead.
Right now, I gotta say, man, looking at how that last turtle fight went through, it looked like Taz was there. He was alone. The thing is, for Onyx, they were not alone. We're gonna look at the replay. I kind of feel like Taz took too much free damage.
For sure. So what they wanted to do was to take the turtle because they know that the retribution was already used up by Kyrie. And the solution coming out from the side of Onyx Esports is to just go to Taz. Gun him down before he's able to steal off that turtle. And because of that, they just ran through. They just steamrolled over.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if there were more bodies there, perhaps they could have done something to Onyx. But the thing is, everyone was so far away. Taz was basically 1v3 at that point.
And of course, the Astro Echo just going to be taunting down, or rather hitting down the CW plus Kyrie. CW melts down Taz. Not much of a play that he could have made.
Dude, at this point, Taz probably wants to get back on Assassin, man, and Boots dominating his lane. Again, tell us again the story. How is Boots winning against Icons?
Well, it's literally just a matchup issue coming out from the Yuzhong versus the Mashup. Mashup 1v1 versus the Yuzhong just can't win. It will not be enough. There's so much life bars as well as so much damage that can come out from Boots, and it's get to a point where he can definitely one-shot Marksman.
No! Boy! Great rough wave. Kyrie comes in as a connection, but unfortunately Hijumi manages to dance himself away.
Okay, Hijumi almost died there. I'm pretty sure Keyboy has the Genius Wand. I'm not so sure if Hijumi has any kind of defense, because we're going to look at the in-game equipment, and no. I kind of feel like the only reason why Hijumi was able to survive was the HP on the Clock of Destiny.
Okay. And of course the Time's Journey being utilized there. That kind of saved him. Boots is strong enough to kind of force out some of the the retribution already, which means the Lord will be super duper free for Onyx.
Dude, Boots is higher level than Taz, man.
There's a lot of beefy front lines from the side of Onyx, and it makes it even worse that EVOS just don't have a lot of ways that can actually deny Onyx of these neutral objectives. Not much of ways to really push Fredrin away, not much of ways to just lock him down, no suppress whatsoever. The only thing that they have is just reverse time.
It's unfortunate because we were talking about the draft coming in from EVOS where it's a lot of potential, right? But you got to pick up the pace. You got to make sure that you have a very good start and you transition well. But so far, Onyx the one that is having their foot on the gas.
I really just see this as more of like a snowball composition from EVOS, right? They want to win their lane and just shove the lanes as fast as possible and eventually meet up and to really win in team fight. But that doesn't seem to quite be the case.
Right now, looking at Onyx with a 9,000 gold lead. The Lord is marching up top. Boots is basically just there saying, yeah, you guys aren't going to go anywhere. Right now, EVOS, how are they going to defend?
Onyx doesn't seem like they will want to jump onto EVOS anytime soon just yet. They don't seem to want to extend the fight in order to keep the Lord alive. Keyboy barely making it alive after all of those pokes, but he's gonna be A-okay. Onyx continues their counter. They continue to push it down in the middle lane, but EVOS, they defended this pretty well.
They was super duper close to get a kill, finally to get a kill, but it wasn't enough. Keyboy was able to get out, and they do defend, so that's what's more important here for EVOS. That kill wouldn't matter if they had lost more, and they did defend. So they will live to see another day, but they were so behind now. What's that? 9K at 10 minutes.
Here's the thing. I got a question. Brands, Hijumi have not died. They haven't got a kill. They haven't got an assist, but they haven't died. Is it all doom and gloom? Can EVOS do anything to win this one?
What they need to do, maybe, because they don't have like a massive like initiation, they don't have a win condition like a Franco or maybe a Minotaur. They will have to look for a mistake actually. Okay, well, no damage anyway.
Yeah, no damage.
Yeah.
I thought that there might be only one of the few ways is to just really get Hijumi as well as Brands to really work together to pull off the RSG Slay SG move, right?
Yeah.
Immediately burst down the back lines, bring CW down, that's the win con gone. So this really plays the part where Onyx gonna have to make that big of a mistake and EVOS capitalizing on that small little margin of error.
It's difficult to say against Onyx.
It did manage to flip CW though. His HP is all the way down to half, but it doesn't seem like the time journey would even be able to do quite much at this point in time. His stream has immediately melted down to the hands of Boots, but CW takes the last hit after all. EVOS, they still have got 3 members left. They only want to defend the turret and not necessarily trying to get any more kills, despite the fact that Onyx, their HP were looking to be, well, not that high.
All right, here's the thing, man. Brands did quite a lot of damage just now. Half HP. CW was chunked quite a lot, but Kyrie was fast on his feet. He's like, yo, I see where you at now.
Yep.
You did good dealing the damage, but you just revealed your own positioning. He went in, and then everyone else just took care of the rest.
And everybody from the side of Onyx is one item ahead of their matchup. You can see the Fredrin with 8K versus almost just 5K for the Baxia. Also, one big item ahead for the Marksman, too.
I think the ideal was there, but not necessarily the right time and the right place for Brands.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
It's unfortunate, but here's the thing. You got to take a chance, right? No matter what kind of situation, you got to do something. Because if you're not, then you're just slowly giving the game away to your opponents. But now, 11,000 gold lead. The kill score isn't a lot. It's 0 and 6, but 11,000 gold, that's a lot.
At 12 minutes, that's too much.
Okay, so big question. EVOS is already in a really bad shape, right?
Yep.
And they gotta have to play defensive. Do they do a gambit in order to turn things around?
The only gambit that they can do is to find the CW. That's the only, I would say, worthy gambit. Taking out Boots will not achieve anything. Taking out Keyboy will not achieve anything. Maybe Kyrie at a certain point, but Keyboy is really the target here.
Concealed play. Unfortunately, that didn't really quite amount to much. The Lord marches down in the middle lane with his big trusty trident, while Boots is all the way in the bottom lane, clearing out every single one of the inhibitor turrets of EVOS. We are looking at a barren wasteland, and EVOS do not even try to touch onto Onyx. They're just holding themselves back and focusing onto every single one of the creep waves, and probably waiting for Onyx to make a mistake and try to jump over. They're waiting for the overextension, but the overextension doesn't seem to do quite much, because even though all of that Taz goes down, the rest of Onyx focuses on to the core.
Very clean game. by Onyx coming into this game thinking we're gonna think with our heads. We're not gonna go for those unnecessary kills. They went in, came to do business, and profit.
7-0 for Onyx. And in that last clash, you saw how strong they are when it comes to their economy and when it comes to their focus on who they wanted to kill. Taz, as the Basha, was put from 100% health to 0 in just a second. Just because of the fact that the carry was there, you have the attack speed already, and you also have the supplement of the time's journey. So there wasn't anyone to stop the damage of Chewe. That was amazingly amazingly executed by Onyx.
Honestly, this is one of those games where you could take the entire game from minute 1 up until the end and study how they move, play a perfect game. Because again, this is one of those things where kills don't matter that much. As long as you can push the opponents away from their objectives, eventually you'll just get everything that you want anyways.
Just the presence of Boots itself, or rather Boots himself, is enough to really just drive himself right into the face of Beatrix, and Beatrix will have no chance to get anywhere closer to the front lines. And Onyx knew that. As long as they push the Beatrix away, they can crumble themselves and collapse themselves over to the back lines, because they're not going to be afraid of the Manet's Rage, nor the
I am he, and always will be.
Single
Need some stitches? I can help.
My magic
Your
flows
team
as
is
freely as the winds. I will choose my own path.
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
Your team is picking.
Let's play together.
Fight!
Only
Fight
light
for the front.
The enemy is picking.
I love the smell of gunpowder in the morning.
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn.
I'm
Priestess
the
of
Godmother
Fire
of
Light.
Vengeance. I swear to protect it till my last breath.
My blood boils until the day I die.
Ready, go!
Your team is picking.
Hana, Sanjo.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Let me show you my Cosmo. I need to win the gold cloth to find her. Show me your power. I can see your moves. So heavy. I'll try as many times as it takes.
いい仕事だったわ。
Launch attack!
Witness my power.
Launch attack! Backup!
This battle needs to end soon.
Request backup! On my way! Enemy has been slain! Request backup! The enemy has slain the turret! Request backup! Enemy has been slain! An ally has been slain!
Your punch is slow.
Slain an enemy! Enemy has been slain!
Out of my way.
Hi Ken. Hi Jinmar.
I can see your moves. This place reminds me of the sanctuary. Iki in this battle as well? damage. Enemies here have no constellation power.
Double kill.
Freya is hyper.
Not interested in the tournament or the likes.
Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Ally has been slain.
I don't want to go through that training again. My sister. You see her?
Your team destroyed a turret. Combo win. Unstoppable. Launch attack. Your team destroyed a turret. Monster kill.
Punches.
Enemy has been slain.
Need to get out of this tournament alive.
Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Mega kill.
I am not interested in the tournament or the likes.
Unstoppable. Your team destroyed a turret.
Show me your power. It will strengthen my cloth. Witness my power.
Unstoppable. Double kill. Your team destroyed a turret. Launch attack. Gather up the Lord. Attack the Lord.
I need to find my sister. Have you seen her?
An ally has slain Lord.
You remind me of the first battle.
Ally has been
ต้องใส่ใจ
On my way
รอบกายด้วยความรักแค่คิดทุกอย่างให้ดีเดี๋ยวสิ่งดีๆก็มีเดี๋ยวเราเป็นคนที่ดีเดี๋ยวลมหายใจของเราก็ดีเริ่มวันด้วยใจที่หวัง
EQ in this battle as well?
แต่เราไม่เคยหันหลังเพราะความสุขฉันมันคือ passion อะไรที่มันยังลบเราเองอยากเข้าไปคบคนต้องไฟเซ่คนที่เรื่องราวชีวิตยังมีอีกมากเย่
Join game! Request backup! Launch attack!
Understood.
Initiate retreat! Launch attack!
Understood.
I don't want to go through that training again. I need to win the gold spot and find her.
Unstable lord!
Unstable network. Unstable network.
This place reminds me of the sanctuary. Your punch is slow. Strange. These here have no constellation.
Launch attack! Request backup!
not interested in the tournament or the fight.
Request backup. Okay.
I don't want to go through that training again. I need to win the gold cloth to find her.
Clear up lanes. Ally has slain Lord. Attack! Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Enemy double kill. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat. Our turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
This battle needs to end soon. It will strengthen my cloth. Is Iki in this battle as well?
Launch attack. Our turret is under attack. Request backup. Our turret has been destroyed. Slain an enemy. Request backup.
Find my
Our
sister.
turret has been
Have you seen
destroyed.
her?
Request backup. Initiate retreat. Our turret is under attack.
Out of my way!
Gather and ambush. Okay. Our turret is under attack. Launch attack.
Stronger cloth now.
Slain an enemy.
I needed the warm-up. Anyone can make life shine. Anyone. I need to find my sister. Have you seen her?
Gather and ambush. Request backup. Attack the Lord. Launch attack.
Understood.
Strange. Enemies here have no constellation power.
Destroy the turret. An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Initiate retreat. Lord, our turret is under attack. Request backup. Okay. Request backup.
I need to get out of this tournament alive.
Request backup. Okay. Initiate retreat. Launch attack. Request backup. Initiate retreat. An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Our user turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Our base is under attack. Initiate retreat. Launch attack. Defeat.
What's up, Nagesh? You said you'll give me your number and you never give me your number, huh?
This is going to be like.
Honestly, it's gonna be surprising because the Uranus after the buff on the damage. What do you say? What do you say?
Pilar, check this out.
Oh, the Lara, check this out. Anyways, okay. So the Uranus, the first kill has been buffed in terms of the damage. We can hear the crowd cheer.
That's so charismatic, dude.
Taz knows how to play.
So charismatic.
Taz knows how to play with the camera, but again, acting like he's crying. Oh my, I got to play here. Yeah. When am I gonna put? You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Uranus will be doing pretty good. Okay. That's the end all. That's the only thing I want to say.
One all end all.
And the joy does quite a lot of damage as well.
If one broke, okay.
You can cut the lane as long as the joy gets hit by the.
How did your phone break?
Uranus will eventually win now, but I don't think the joy will let the Uranus get the Ionic Edge stacks onto the joy.
Difficult to think.
Yeah, it is difficult to think.
Let me do it today.
It's a skill matchup then. Let's make it easier. Skill matchup.
50-50. Let's put it
skill
that way.
matchup.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if we're looking at the other lanes, right? Faramis does clear faster than Fasa at level.
But how? How did it fail? You're not holding it properly, huh? Thinking of something?
On over to the side of Beatrix lane. Since it is Beatrix versus 1-1, I'm expecting the Beatrix.
This is tournament. MSC.
They would probably want to get a little bit more of the turret plating off of 1-1's turret.
Echo and Evos are playing now. I don't know whether you know them or not.
Kaja plus the Fermis, so that's even faster. Like you have the clear already. Clear speed is there, and you can rotate to lanes much faster. And it's like if you compare that to Farsa and Kufra, that of course will pale in comparison. So you only have to be careful about the initiations that will come from El Keyboy. That being said, Dreams and Hijome, they need to be active this game. They have to make sure that the first two picks, the Kaja plus the Fermis, will count.
Honestly, right now, I'm actually quite interested in the Farsa because, again, Farsa so far hasn't been doing too well. Still has the damage, but here's the thing. Initially, when I saw the nerf on the Wings by Wings, you're adding a few extra seconds, making so that you can't really
Mane na bera, huh?
time. I thought it wasn't that big of a deal, but apparently, it's pretty
You
annoying
mean?
not being able to fly away from difficult situations. So now, Onyx Philippine reunion, Coach Yeb, Kyrie, and the Lar meet once again in the international stage. However, on different sides this time.
This time,
this is adorable. These two, they are adorable.
At this point, I don't think it's EVOS fans. I think they're all just Dilar fans.
Yeah?
Bro, I don't know Haryani, man.
Maybe. Dilar has his own...
I'm not Haryani, so.
You haven't even seen me play.
No, it doesn't really matter. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alex.
General of the Riz army.
The Kyrie, though.
Kyrie, yeah. Even...
He's a handsome devil.
Yeah, handsome... But handsome devil is Diablo.
That handsome devil is Diablo, so...
Yeah. Alright, that's Raja Yeba, Raja Langit. You're seeing together with Coach.
He's barely sitting, by the way.
He's what?
He's barely sitting. Like his feet is hovering above the ground.
Exactly. And if it does need to kind of get his feet on the ground, they make sure
I don't know, Haryani.
there's a carpet that has been dry cleaned. The upholstery is great. It's premium, you know.
They're troubleshooting, man. I think the game paused. So they're troubleshooting the game.
Yeah, there's no follow-up. It's a fact.
It's something that we have to experience first, then we can really say something. Okay.
What was that?
I'm glad that the way that they're buying time for us, just keep showing Dolar over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the
one seed, then go back.
Oh, okay.
Imagine being Dolar. All right. After like what?
Good for you, man. You know a lot of language.
Goes in the game. Pause.
Yeah.
What an effect, man. What an effect.
Yeah. Immediately making a lot of waves. I wonder what they're trying to do. I wonder what they're trying to fix here.
I forgot. For the fourth one.
I think I know.
Okay,
the fact that he is here,
Yeah.
his presence itself broke the game.
I agree.
Let's see
It's
here.
just historic.
I keep forgetting, but number 4 has a lot of things under it. But yeah, it would take a little bit of while. Right now, the troubleshooting does say around more or less 2 minutes, maybe just a little bit more than that. For now, we can see the crowd. They're all really enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Boots revamp.
A Boots revamp, okay.
Oh, him. The guy next to the guy is the revamp.
Yeah.
Boots.
Does look like it.
Yeah, he does.
Looks the part.
I wonder if he actually does. Is that redrafting?
What did you eat today, bro?
I have good ears, so you know.
What did you eat today for lunch?
From the stage?
Look, okay, let's not leak this out, okay? I don't know, I'm just something whisper in my ears like, is it a redraft? I don't know. Maybe not, you know.
Are you Daredevil?
No,
I think he is that guy.
Yeah?
No.
Alright.
You have all
Koi
kinds
Moi
of
Mao!
Okay.
Koi Moi Mao basically means everyone cheer.
Golden rice? Only?
Yeah.
Why? What happened? Your tummy ulala or what?
Oh yeah, no, honestly it's weird. Sometimes I hear people talking like, oh yeah, I roughly know what you're talking about. Now we're gonna look at both Kyrie and Lar face off. Who is more handsome, Kyrie or Lar?
Starting from
Cast your vote.
Lar.
Wolf.
I'm Lar.
Okay, Wolf.
Lar.
Can I
get a
Can I
hug in?
abstain? Can I abstain here?
Nope.
This is not the one where you can
Are your
check
kids?
it.
Oh man.
You can't.
It's so difficult. They're both my boys, you know?
They're both Filipinos that went to Indo.
It's raining here though in Delhi.
Yeah, they're both your boys. They both respect.
Nope, I
you.
love
Now
curd
you
rice
got
and
it.
lime pickle and I am
Who is your
here in
favorite
Chennai now.
Just kill me, you know?
We have
Here it's raining, bro.
here. Who is the most handsome? Because if you're nitpicking on the term handsome,
गुजरात का हवा
Shoot me now, you know?
ने बारिश लेके आ गया दिल्ली में.
You know what,
And it's so hot, you know.
that is
Humidity is.
probably
Oof.
Karen, yeah.
my answer for
I'm
most handsome would
sweating like
be
shit, man.
Oh, okay.
But the cutest one, of course, will be the Lar.
You know what?
I don't know the difference between cute and handsome, so.
Yes, it's Mobile Legends
You're
only.
handsome.
You will see the game soon. Now they will start soon.
Got him.
It's very interesting, okay. You can learn a lot of stuff.
Touching the screen just a little bit, so I think we're about to go into the
But you don't play Mobile Legends, so it's 40 at Chennai and 89%. Wow. Here it's 36 degrees Celsius now, and I'll check the humidity. It's hot outside. 37. What's the humidity, man?
Waiting, preparing for the right time. It seems like his
humidity is 49 percentage, but still it's freaking hot, man. It's raining now, that's why.
Yeah, the ping test.
The game does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? Oh, we're going into the game.
No chop.
No chop.
All right, started now.
We're in the game. Speaking of which, EVOS has 7K gold lead.
When you coming to Delhi, man? Let's wait one day, man.
The game just started. The game just started.
That was the previous game.
This is how strong the law is, you know? His presence alone is more than enough to break the entire statistics of the game.
I am standing in the room wearing only lungi. Nice air condition, huh? That's a nice air condition. Next month? Okay.
That's the true meaning of buff.
Batana, huh? Let's try to meet up, man.
We focus on the largest, you know. They're just leaving the lane.
I think this is going to be a really good idea for me to really realize and understand between Boots and Delar, between Joy as well as this Uranus, how is the free lane priority going to be like? Will Joy even want to stick himself out and stick his neck out and try to go for trades on health while trying to bring down the waves?
Honestly, it is worth it, but the thing is, Delar just keeps on healing up, especially he's using the crab there to make sure that he keeps...
I have a get-together with my friends at Supreme Court. Oh, okay.
We do have Keyboy as well as Kyrie jumping onto Dreams. It didn't really quite suffice too much to our kill. However, this is going to be something. The Law is just going to be jumping himself right in the face of Kyrie. The Appraisal's grab did manage to connect, but the Law is still going to be A-OK, and we know for a fact that he will regenerate.
Yeah, all the judges and stuff.
Coming in from behind with a feather ass fight. More than enough. Kyrie still takes the turtle right now. Taz just going to be jumping right in with the decimate that kills Boots.
Honestly,
Where will they go in the Bengali market for party? Ah, where's Bengali market, man? I don't know. I hardly go outside, so.
Is very greedy from the side of Taz, especially since there was
Where is that?
could open up the map for
Any lawyers? Yeah, I know. So Supreme Court matlab lawyers, na. So all the lawyers will have a party, right?
In the meantime, it does seem like Kyrie did manage
I mean, we should meet up one day, man.
Kyrie is running for their dear life, and Delar takes his very first kill in MSC 2023.
One of the longest skirmishes that we've seen, just because of the fact that it was the Uranus.
Okay, cannot place. Okay.
Was able to successfully get the turtle and the orange buff. That was great. Great place, but Delar was there to punish.
What? I mean, something happened, he may die. Yep. I mean, do 1-2 and a profit. But anyways, right now on the top side, Taz is here. I kind of feel like you can't really take quite a lot of advantage here in the EXP just yet, because even though Boots isn't winning, Boots isn't really losing as well.
I hope so.
Where the EXP is just so equal and 50-50. Even if the Law is winning,
I hope so, my friend. I don't know how your voice sounds like also, man.
come back in this game. You just need
Pusang gala.
Looks like there's a clash.
Keyboy, bouncing ball. In the meantime, suppressed it. And Keyboy is not in a good spot at all. Collapses themselves and brings the front line down.
I would have said that it was Taz who's suffering, even when like Delar as well as Fred's
यही दे दूँ ना इससे मैं क्या करना है यार ये कर दो ना मेरा नंबर है मैसेज कर दो नंबर पे WhatsApp है वो नंबर पे I have WhatsApp in that number.
Something has to be done for Taz, not only when it comes to the kills. They need to really make sure that they get probably the third turtle and the first lord. That's how they should be winning this game.
Though he may technically be a level behind, or rather a few EXP behind, I'm pretty sure
So hot. I'm just waiting for this match to over, you know. The match khatam ho jayega to stream bhi khatam. I can end the stream also. I think if EVOS wins, then I think they might play again. Then it will be 1-1. Abhi to 1-0 hai. Onyx ka 1 hai. EVOS ka 0 hai. So if it's a draw, then they will have to play because it's best of 3, best of 5.
They won't have enough damage, but 4 people here, they might be able to do something. Dreams just got his ult, but the thing is, still doesn't have the flicker.
You can see that already. You can see the strength of the Fredrin. Like he's able to really tank up, and whenever he gets the first turtle, he's really a massive boost to the farm and tank ability of a Fredrin. Oh, too early.
Just a sliver, runs himself away and pops up in the left for a little while longer.
Sheesh.
With the Brazos Ref, he will be able to bring Taz down.
I don't know whether Taz had the orange buff or not at that point, but I was so low. Sans should have died, but still was able to run away. And just an interesting point that I got to give over to Wolf now. The Lar is not building the Enchanted Talisman first.
Oh,
yeah, he's building the Oracle, meaning he's going straight for defense.
Yep. Because he knows that he needs to tank up against the Joy. Somebody has to take care of business. So you have a little bit of damage mitigation for magic from the Oracle.
Yes.
Of course, that's Farsa as well as the Joy is going to be a problem later on. Then you go to Talisman afterwards.
Best of both worlds, huh? You're able to sustain for extended team fight, and of course, you're going to be A-OK with Sans and Boom. I like that.
100%. Right now, looking at the bottom lane, Keyboy is charging out. Dreams catches him.
Dreams immediately brings CW down while Keyboy was looking to try to bring down the bottom lane. Keyboy, great Tyrant's break.
Sheesh.
And the rest of Onyx follows by. Sans almost managed to help to bring Dreams down. But Taz is here with the first testament to connect down onto the Fredrin. Keyboy jumps himself right within the range of the turret, and he's going to be A-OK.
A lot happened, but I gotta say, man, perfect timing by Keyboy. He knows, like, okay, you guys are gonna be recovered in 3, 2, 1, clap back.
That was, there's just a lot of micro things that happened in there. First, the jump coming out from the Kaja, that was Dreams. That was immediately followed up by Bennett's Rage. And he was able to pull back his target, which was Chewe, to multiple bombs from the grenade, from the Bennett. That's why he's able to kill him off. Then afterwards, when the Cult Arthur was activated, you know that you get suppressed, right? You get stunned when the shields are up. So Kyrie just popped the ultimate, and immediately, you know, effectively stunning up 3 heroes that set up for the Cobra.
Keyboy.
Speaking of catch, Keyboy, they're trying to go for it, but no one else was really around that to follow up.
Oh, and Kyrie was able to retrieve that gold crab away. So, small win, but you know what? Any kind of win, you're just going to be appreciative of it. Right now, let's look at the items. Anything we should be thinking about here?
Okay, so yeah, you mentioned the Oracle. There is an upcoming Dominance Ice for Dilar, which kind of deals with the 1-1, which is much needed. And on the opposite end, some just casual items from the Kufra so that it's being able to last up against the Martin.
Right now, Dilar is deep into enemy territory. Looks like he's just getting vision a little bit. So far, looking at the mana pool, he should be able to handle Boots quite well. Speaking of which, Boots and Dilar, not winning, not losing, both the XP laners, they're just kind of like doing their job, biding their own time.
It's a very equal fight, right? We're looking at both teams pretty much hanging on the knife's edge. Anything that will happen, it will eventually erupt.
Now, looks like Evos tried to catch Keyboy off guard with a little bit of damage. So far, Keyboy, he is going to be the linchpin. Kyrie goes in, finds Hijime.
The taunt didn't really quite connect on the Hijime though. Forced him to went off with the Cult Altar.
Oh, what a good go-ahead play coming out from Kyrie, utilizing the Retribution, knowing that the next objective will be about 20 seconds away, so it will be cooling down for sure. What he did was to force out the Cult Altar just because of one micro play.
Didn't really quite connect to the current revenge, so Hijime was looking for a small little avenue, but it doesn't seem like he would want to go in anytime soon. But Sans finds something, and that is a pleasant airstrike. They actually managed to spit down the Hijime and Brands more than enough to force them away. This is a smaller priority that they can have.
I gotta say, man, Evos, they gotta slow things down because Hijime needs a bit of time to come back to the Lord fight. But right now, Keyboy, the Lar is there. Keyboy doesn't want to go for the Lar just yet.
Oh, that's crucial. They lost control of the Lord, but now Hijime, his ultimate is cooling down.
And now, looking at the Lord, about half HP. Kyrie, as well as Taz, is both there. The Lar soaking a lot of damage. Dreams tries to find any angle that he can get. And now Keyboy is just there. Brand's from back. The Lord's so low. Brand secures it.
It doesn't seem like Brand will go down anytime soon because him getting it as the Lord is going to be big. And for now, Oni continues to tower through and power through. Hijime and Taz did go down, but the Lord is still going to be working for themselves. Boots are going to be counting in. The proxy helps them bring Taz down as well as the first tier turret.
what a jump coming out from the entirety of Onyx. But even better was the ultimate coming out from Keyboy. Once again, this time, he didn't have any sort of help or setup. It's just literally the melee-based comp that you saw coming out from Evos getting punished by the Cupra. Still, Brands secures the Lord, and that's massive for Evos. But then again, Kyrie, ever so efficient, steals an orange buff up top.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, that was crazy. I would say the play came from both gold laners, man. Brand secures the Lord. CW secures 2 kills for himself. And the thing is, they gotta find a way to make sure that Brands is all right. San so far has not died. And again, this Sparksna deals a lot of damage, even though sure, very soft. They got to make sure that Brands is taken care of. As long as Brands is fine, he should be okay. He died twice. Streams hasn't died at all.
Definitely agree. I think the start of the fight, you saw how much damage he's already able to deal. And that's also a way to break the formation that you are seeing from Evos. But the fact of the matter remains, taking the Lord means that you will eventually get a lot of pushing potential. And that is going to be the economy equalizing for both teams.
Right now, Taz was able to secure a orange buff for himself as well. Level 13 on both junglers. Brands level 11, CW level 12. Hijime right now, I kind of think in terms of items, he should be doing quite well. But the thing is, Keyboy as well as Kyrie is putting up so much space between them as well as CW and Sans, making it quite, I would say, quite safe for CW to move forward.
I just want to say though, Keyboy is very tanky now. Radiant armor as well as the dominance size just really picked up. We can see that he is, he knows that correct items. Where you're looking at his counterpart, it's the Kaja. It's he's about what 600 gold richer, but interestingly not able to complete an item
Right
because
now,
of those casual items.
Yeah, here's the thing. I kind of feel like Dreams right now, not dying kind of feels quite well if he wants to go for that fleeting time. Looking at Brands, he's probably going for a Hunter Strike soon. He has a lot of penetration. So in terms of damage, he's kind of looking quite good. But again, you can have all the damage in the world, but if you die, it kind of doesn't matter.
It's gonna be a very important second Lord. I guess that whoever takes this next Lord and then wins the fight will inflate their lead to about 5,000.
Now, one thing that we're gonna have to reconsider and remember is the fact that EVOS did manage to pull off getting themselves the first Lord, and that was no fluke. EVOS have timed their retribution between Taz and Brands. Brands wanted to go for the snipe onto the Lord at the same time of Taz going for the retribution, and we can more or less prepare for something like that to happen again. As such, Onyx maybe should keep an eye out for where exactly this Beatrix is.
Right now, I'm actually looking at the map. Sans is coming back into the fight. The Lord is coming in. Keyboy is looking for an angle. The Lord is very low. Taz is alone. Everyone else is far away. The Lord is going to flank from behind. 11,000 HP left on the Lord. Looks like no one wants to commit just yet. They really want to make sure someone dies first. 8,000 HP on the Lord. And now,
there's going to be a finesse break, but it will pass on to the Lord, and Taz will eventually be able to get the Lord down. But unfortunately, throughout all of that, the Lord is still going to be taken down to the hands of Onyx. Ohijumi goes down too. Onyx found value after taking the Lord.
Yeah, massive snag coming out from Onyx for sure, especially with the ultimate coming out from Keyboy, stopping the Iron Distracts, already committing the Purify. But then again, that's the idea coming out from Onyx. Wow, okay, Kyrie, using the taunt to his...
You talked about the Purify. Hijime didn't use his.
Yeah.
I saw quite a bunch of crowd control onto him. I kind of feel like Hijime should not have died just now.
Well, he knows that he will have the passive anyways. He's going to trigger it. It's not worth to commit your Purify. Through the instant replay, you're going to see the go-ahead usage of the Bennett's Rage. But Dilar was isolated. You can see Keyboy with the knockback, utilizing his ultimate. And they were just fine not giving away the Lord to the side of Onyx. So it's pretty much an even trade-off between two teams.
But honestly, looking back into the highlights, everyone else was going away except for Hijime. So maybe there is some kind of
communication?
Communication issue there.
Yeah.
They gotta fix that up because Hijime, he has to know he is the mid laner. Yep. He can deal the damage, but again, you gotta make sure that you're in the right position to actually hit your ghost blisters onto multiple targets.
I guess the call for Evos was hit and run. Let's just get the retribution. Let's get out afterwards. knowing full well that there's some massive engaged comp that you can see and expect from Onyx. Evos, they're far too afraid to commit 5v5 versus Onyx unless it's just for the sake of getting the retribution onto the Lord.
Right now, looking at the positions of everyone, Delar is solo up on top, while the other 4 members of EVOS somewhere here down bot. Dreams now have the Tina shield, should be able to handle the damage coming in from Sans. Sans so far again has not died just yet, doing absolutely quite a lot of damage onto EVOS. I gotta say, guys, during this entire fray, during minute number 1 up until minute 15, the start of the game, 7,000 gold lead. But after that, I would say not even a 1,000 difference between both teams.
Yep, I definitely agree. And big props to Onyx, alleviating 7,000 gold in just the first few minutes of the game.
Amazing.
Yeah, it all boils down to the first buff, huh? Eventually, once you get the first buff, the lead is just so much. But in all seriousness, one thing that I'm looking at from the side of Onyx is the fact that they are pretty much more or less going for like a wombo combo unga bunga kind of gameplay, right? While EVOS, the main thing and the main way that they have been playing is really just Sand Dream as with a flicker, followed by pulling and picking off someone. From that point on, hopefully that they will be able to get that numbers advantage in order to win in the team fight. And not to forget, with the insurance from Hijumi, I thought that would have worked well.
And I kind of feel like both teams are trying to see who's going to make the mistake. CW is getting sniped quite a few times already by Brands. Brands so far has been pretty good on those snipes. Lord Spawn, EVOS so far has been able to secure 2 for themselves. Can they make it a 3? Or this time, Onyx is going to make sure that they get it. Looking at Delar, he is inside the base of Onyx.
And Keyboy jumps himself right onto the front line. Taz seems to be in a deep trouble as Boots puts himself right onto Hijumi. Brands all the way behind, tries to go for the fly, but unfortunately that's not going to work out for them this time. For the first time, Onyx gets himself the Lord, but the line all the way down in the bottom lane, pushing the wave all the way through. In the meantime, we're looking at a 2-way road split. We're looking at 2 fights. Well, the main thing is CW soars into the sky, takes 2 down, and Brands pop off with a wind on nature. CW pops his own one and tries to follow through.
CW wanted to say, I'm the king of the skies, man. Kyrie's on my team, sure, but look at me.
Oh man, massive split from Delar, but it will not be enough. Does complete the push onto the bottom lane, but now with Onyx getting the Lord and winning the battle afterwards, there's not much waiver that they have, and now they can pop and trade off easily.
Right now, looking at how the waves are moving, Onyx now has a 2,000 goal lead. The Lord is still marching in the mid. Hijime is trying to protect his own base, his own turret. Now, EVOS, I kind of feel like they can protect this, but they took quite a heavy hit.
100%. I mean, Onyx will lose their bottom lane, but the fact that there still is a Lord and a lot of big minions march in, Onyx still has map control.
And Sands goes forward. In the end of the day, Sands is still managed to get a kill with a magic warship onto Brands, and that is more than enough for them to bring the win con down.
Dude, that must hurt, man. We haven't seen Farsight in quite a while, but the thing about a Farsight is, all you gotta do is one job. Drop the marksman.
Raw damage. That's what we want from the side of Onyx. And speaking of raw damage, look at the amount of damage they can deal onto Delar. Despite the fact that he is pretty tanky, they still can bring him down to such a low percentile of health. Onyx forces their objective and push their way through. Brands is nowhere to be seen, and this is one of the best opportunities for Onyx to make a play without the main damage dealer from the side of EVOS. As such, Kyrie makes himself the front, and he's just wanting to get himself right in the middle, but unfortunately the immortality will be popped. Brands joins in the fray, and Onyx finds this time to run away. But Dreams, he knew that this moment would come. With a flicker, he brings 1.
Onyx look like they overstayed their welcome.
Definitely. They've already pushed out 3 lanes of turrets. You should be happy with that, especially knowing that Brands' timing is going to be cooling down. You know, he's going to be respawning. The fact that Kyrie stayed in front of that base building also forces all his immortality, which, by the way, some mortals in his latter portions of the game. It's, you know, it's a very valuable cooldown to not have. And then Brands was able to respawn, and there's the assist coming up from Dreams. Still, Onyx, massive lead, map control is theirs. Not impossible for EVOS, though.
At this point, everyone is almost full build. I see Hijime not full build just yet. I kind of feel like after this, he will go for the Blood Wings. Lord coming up in just a bit. And this time, EVOS, even though they are at a goal deficit, they're in prime position to secure the Lord. And again, at this point, it kind of doesn't matter about the gold.
This Lord is looking to be very scary, as Onyx can literally take this Lord fight, this Lord stance by the throat of Evos.
Right now, looking at the Lord, Kyrie is pulling it towards the side of Onyx. Dreams, will you have a good position? Keyboy is looking for a target. He finds Dreams.
And immediately slash him into the wall. Hijumi came in to give him the insurance policy. Dreamhands is still alive. However, the law is not. It's going to be popping off the immortality, and immediately with the light intro with the truncheon, he's going to stay alive. But expended off his immortality just so that he will be able to go for the trade onto Dreams. This means there's only 3 members left on the side of Evos.
There's only one play left. That's the bottom. Taz sees it. Is anybody from Onyx gonna play it? They canceled the TP. Oh, no, they have boots anyways.
They have boots.
So now, Onyx, prime position to end the game at around 21, 22 minutes. For now, Evos, their damage dealers, haven't been able to do quite a lot. Haven't been able to do too much.
That was really a tough fight, isn't it, for Evos? Because in a macro sense, there's so many things going on. They're gonna have to take note of the top lane, middle lane, and the bottom lane, which will eventually push in, especially for the top and the middle, right? Because the longer that they keep this fight going, the longer that they hold on to this Lord, unfortunately, Evos will be on the chokehold. They can't dance around the Lord for that much. They need to deploy someone to defend the base.
Well, right now the Lord is marching in. Sands trying to find a good position to make sure that he can get onto Brands. Brands is still alive. He will be trying to clear minions. The Lord comes in. Badass strike used.
And does seem as though Taz was hoping that he'll be able to get a kill down the Sands, but the rest of the members from the side of Oni will probably want to focus down the floor. But the Lord is frozen. He don't care about much at all. But the main front line of Onyx is gonna see that he's got Kyrie taken down. But there's quite a lot of trade. Dreams, Taz, the Law, all of them taken down. Keyboy, backline, but they don't care.
Looks like now, match point for Onyx. The Lord comes in. Honestly, quite a good change. Evos looking pretty good, but not good enough.
Macro wasn't theirs, unfortunately. During the important Lord team fights, they lost control of the map. Kyrie was able to get it. They were poked down. Dilar wanted to go for that split push play. Was successful in doing so. But in the end, the entirety of his gang wasn't able to secure the Lord. Still, the 1-1 is pretty strong, I would say. And the fact that Boots was making it so impossible for the backliners of Evos to get into position, that was another problem that they had to solve.
I gotta have to say though, I really do commend the fact that Evos constantly tries to drag onto the game and get themselves more time. Buy more time to eventually find the small little weakness that Onyx has. Because here's the thing, I've always seen Evos as a very slow team. They will always start off the series in a very slow manner. They would always give their opponent the first point, and eventually they bounce back. So, more or less, Evos is still keeping to their MO. They're giving 2 games.
Alright guys, I'll see you later. Till then, take care. Love you all. Bye bye.
Evos somehow finds a way to turn the game around.
Yeah, I kind of feel